Risky's Crypto Cave here, and today we're going to do a follow-up video on my Antminer L9 that I purchased back in December 21st of 2021 is when it went online. Placed the order November 11th and paid for it in Bitcoin, and it's been going good. It's definitely not going as well as it was when it first started. As you can see here, it's down to $7.68 a day. There was a 4 in the front of that number, probably, I think, when it first started, if not maybe even a 5. So the revenue and profit per day has dropped substantially, but it's still doing well, still making money. I'm definitely not going to complain about that. And there actually are some things that, as far as when I was doing my taxes, that I figured out, which I'll hop in and I'll put up a screenshot here and show you as far as what it actually cost me, because the Bitcoin that I used to purchase it, I paid about $10,136 in BTC. My cost basis on that Bitcoin was like $800, $900, something like that. I knew it was going to be low. I was thinking $2 to $3 grand area. I didn't think it was going to be that low. So if you look at it that way, yeah, it's probably worked out pretty well. But didn't have to pay capital gains tax on that income as well this year, so that part sucks, but it is what it is. Only certainties in life are death and taxes, so it is what it is. So can't really do much about that. But anyway, so this is what it's currently at, roughly about $7.39 at 10 cents a kilowatt. It is hosted at Terra Hosting. They will be going down to, I think, 8.75 for 1 to 5 or 1 to 20 units or whatever that number is. It will jump up about $1 a day. Electric bill will lower about $40 a month, roughly on average. And so that's a positive. Can't complain about that. The price of them has dropped a good bit. They do have them in stock, actually. $87.50 in stock, ready to ship. I kind of wish I would have bought more earlier, like everybody. So, but hey, it was the most expensive miner that I've ever purchased, and I wasn't diving in head first, even though 10 grand's more than dipping your toes in the water. But first big boy ASIC that's hosted and not at my house. They do have a couple of Antminers, Bitcoin miners, S19K Pro, S19J Pro 104, and an S19J Pro 120 Plus. Those all I ran out of the house. So, and initially, I did have like 5-6 cents a kilowatt hour when I had the unlimited plan, but that has definitely changed, and will be changing again. My contract ends on the 29th, so I got to figure something out with that. So that will be this week's project, to figure out a new electricity supplier and get that switched around. Because my S21 also came in that I won from Red Panda Mining and Meter Mining. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And it is going to be getting turned on any day now. I filled out all their paperwork and stuff and signed the contract, so that will get turned on. So once that's turned on, I will be turning off my S19K Pro here at home. I have an idea that I might mess around with it. I'm going to see how low and efficient I can get the power in that thing with the Epic control board, and maybe give it a whirl solo mining to my own node for a month, and just spend $150 a month on electricity and solo mine to my node and see if I get lucky. But that will be another video, so along with some of the other solo miners that I picked up. So, but anyway, let's get into some numbers as far as what the actual profit has been. I actually pulled up MiningDutch. This is, so December 21st was the first day it went online. Today is April 20th. Happy 420. Happy Easter as well. And as you can see, all these other coins, not a whole lot earned in those. Good chunk, most of it is Dogecoin, like everybody knows, and roughly about $100 in LTC. 1.29 LTC, and these are all current values of coins and stuff. So if we hop back over to my spreadsheet, here are all the payments that I have received on the spreadsheet, going back to December. I have mine, and here we can actually go see November 11th. Dogecoin price was 35 cents. if I would have used the same amount of money and purchased Dogecoin, I could have purchased 28,893 Dogecoin. I have currently mined 12,710 in 4 months, because today is day 120. So that's kind of when I was basically the 4-month mark. There's a nice even number. I saw that it was coming up, and I said, oh, I'm just going to do a video today on that and give you guys an update, because I think the last update I did was there on the 30-day mark. So, no, the new puppies wants to play, and my 2 older ones are like, no, we just want to relax after breakfast. But anyway, I spent a total of 0.114 Bitcoin. The value at that time was 82,116. Current value, actually, let's give her a refresh. I haven't updated this. Might have been a day or two since I updated this. Not much change. No. So it's very, very similar. Current value is 96.15. So if I'd held that same Bitcoin, I would have lost money. Nowhere near as bad as if I would have purchased the Dogecoin on the 11th of November. That'd be currently worth $4,400. That'd be down 50%. And that's mainly because the decrease in the price of Dogecoin from 35 cents down to 15 cents. Ouch. Yep. So, and like I said, mined 12,710 Dogecoin. Actually, let me give it, zoom in here a little bit. So, there's 12,710. 1.2 Litecoin has been mined. MiningDutch shows 1.29, but that's counts a payout that I haven't received yet. I have it set up to pay out every 0.2 Bitcoin or Litecoin. So, and then total Doge and LTC mined in the mine value, basically the time that I hit my wallet, what it was worth at that time, which is what the taxable amount is. That's the amount that I have to report my taxes every year. So that was at 3,401, and then that is 33.5%. Oh, puppy swinging around the toys. Sorry about that. And by the way, what a great dog. The previous owners did spend a lot of time with her training. She is very well trained. High energy, but that's boxers. Even when they're 6-7 years old, they're high energy. So, but yeah, she's been great. Now she's on the couch, which, yeah, I let them on the couch. They rule the house. So anyway, but yeah, 33.5% on mine value. Current value is 20%. Again, decrease in price of Litecoin and Dogecoin is the main driver in that. Not the main driver, it's really the only driver. So, and the break-even percentage of Doge mined versus purchase, what that metric is the amount of Dogecoin that I mined here compared to what I could have purchased. That's what that equation is. So basically 44% of what I could have purchased is what I've mined so far. And then just the value at future Doge price, I just put 75 cents. That's about what its record high was before. Still doesn't quite get to where I break even. So I'm going to need some more time, 6-8 months mining. And then as you see, the break even Doge price is 79 cents. So that goes down every single time I receive a payout. And we need to get that lower and lower. So anyway, yeah, 120 days online. It was on since the 21st of December last year. Average dollars per day mined is $28. Average current value per day mined is 17. Days to break even for mine value is 357. Days to break even at the current value is 592. Days remaining 237 in the mine value. Still got about almost a year and a half as far as days remaining at the current value. Average Doge mined per day, 105. And then days to break even mined, that is for the amount of coin as far as the yield goes. 3360 watts, 10 cents power rate is what I'm paying. It's roughly about $8.06 a day. Currently you paid about $9.67 in power cost. Days remaining after power. So if you take into account how many days are left after paying power, it is 1,002. That's 3 years. So that's a long time. It is still profitable, and then that number is also going to drop when the power rate drops, which I got to figure out how I'm going to do this spreadsheet to update that. Just because I couldn't just change the power rate in here to 0.75 cents per kilowatt. So that might get into more complicated formulas that I really don't want to get involved in, but I'll figure that out. I might just leave it go or figure out an average or something. I don't know. We'll see. Brain's going as far as I might be able to do as far as, hey, this is the number of days it's been online at this power rate plus this power rate divided by the total number of days, blah, 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 blah. Might be able to do something with that. So, might have to add a few more lines. And then these numbers down here are just me messing around with as far as the payments and what I sold the Bitcoin at and all that good stuff. So, but there she be. Currently 3,400. Currently worth about $2,000. Capital gain, capital loss in this case is $1,300 if I would sell right now. I don't plan on selling right now. I'm just going to keep on stacking the Dogecoin, and currently sitting in around 14,000 total Dogecoin, somewhere around there. Because I did have 1,500 or whatever it was, 2,000 prior to the purchase of the L9. Because I did have the MiningDutch Pro. I did mine on that for a while. I did sell that on eBay. That actually took a while, but I did actually make a return on that. Did make money. I think I bought it for about $500 or so, and I mined probably about $150, $200 of Litecoin for $500 of Dogecoin, and before I got the L9. So now it's gonna be kind of hard to track just because of my wallets and what I had, but and I actually sold that miner for $300 some, so that actually worked out. But I did sell that as Doge was pumping before, so it wasn't a 30-cent range. I did sell it on eBay, so I did take advantage of that and unloaded that miner. So that worked out pretty well. It took a few years, but it did work out. I believe I bought that in 19 or 20, whenever the hell they came out. I don't remember exactly, but because I had the KD Box Pro and the MiningDutch Pro. I had them out running in a shed, then I turned them off for a while, and then when Doge started pumping again, I turned that MiningDutch back on because that was actually profitable to run. So now it wouldn't be, just at my power rate plus just the network hash rate and all that stuff. It probably would not be profitable to run that at all, but at the time it actually worked out. So and then I just flipped it, unloaded it, got the cash, paid off debt. I mean, pissed it away, whatever I did with it, who knows. So, but yeah, that's what the current picture looks like. So 4 months in, probably might not do another update in this, maybe until maybe another 4 months or a year. We'll figure that part out. But or if something happens when we get a pump and the numbers drastically change or something like that, I could do an update in this as well. But overall, still happy I purchased it. It's still running well. I haven't really noticed every time I've logged in, it's been online as far as my mining pool. Because it's been on MiningDutch since I started, and every time I go in, it is there. I haven't really noticed any downtime. So I'm sure there's been times that it rebooted or was shut off or for maintenance, things like that. I just happened never noticed it. So overall, very happy with the L9, happy with Terra Hosting, Terra hashes, everything has been going fantastic. So we are just going to keep on hammering away and stacking that Dogecoin. Hopefully we get some market action here shortly, just because it's been freaking terrible. Good Lord. It's been like watching paint dry for the most part, or going down, or bleed. So we are, let me zoom back out on this one. Whoop, wrong way. There we go. And like so far, month to date too, going well. Bitmain Antminer still kicking ass. Actually, I got to record some today's transactions, and then actually I made a helium claim last night about another 13 and some change helium. Got to make that claim, but $666. Currently worth $7 less than what the mine value was. Not too shabby, but this month so far I've mined 2006 Dogecoin, and we're about 2/3 of the way. So my guess is I might probably end around 3,000 Doge for the month as far as payouts. And then just because I had the payout set at 500 Doge, every time I get to 500, it hits my tangent. So I'm going to guess that's going to be about a 3,000 numbers where that's going to end at. So, and already the current value is already more than covering the electric bill, so we're good there. So any subsequent payouts of Dogecoin this month will be just basically profit. So if I would actually sell, but, like I said before, not planning on selling it. So there you have it. So that is the 120-month update on the L9. Like I said, it's going well. Not complaining. So we'll see how it goes. It'd be nice to get back to all-time highs or new all-time highs, but with the amount of coins that are out there of Dogecoin, it's going to take a lot of money to get there. So we'll see what happens. So till the next one, catch you later.